Welcome back. Please, like, share, comment, subscribe, and in this video we will see how CommVault agent can be deployed using push install and manual install. For this video we have picked file system, media agent and virtual server agent. Let's begin with push install, and the prerequisite for this is to ensure that CommVault software including service pack is copied to cache and the cache is ready for use. First, we need to create the client entry in CommVault console, and there are a couple of ways to do it. Right-click on the client computer group and select New Client. In the Add New Client window you see various agents. The other way is, in the Home menu, you have New Client. Once selected it will take you the same window as previous. Select Windows File System. In the new Windows Client window, under Client Name, type in the short name or pseudo name if you like, so you can easily recognize the client server. Under Host Name, type the fully qualified domain name, that is FQDN. Please note that the FQDN should have proper DNS configuration. NS lookup should resolve successfully, it means the name should resolve to proper IP, and IP should resolve to proper name, or else you will end up in communication issues. The option Fetch the configuration information from the client that is already installed in decoupled mode is especially for a decoupled installed client, which is a separate topic. Click Next. Review the details in the summary page and then click Finish. If you notice the client is grayed out and it has no agents under it. To install CommVault agents, right-click on the client, All Tasks, Add or Remove Software, and select Install Software. The installer wizard guides us through the steps required to install CommVault software on this client computer. Click Next to continue. You need to provide a domain admin account who is a domain admin and has local admin rights. Click Next to continue. In this window you need to select the packages that you wish to install on this client computer. Let's select Media Agent, Virtual Server Agent, File System and File System Core Agent. You might have noticed that the moment you have selected a particular agent some additional components are auto-selected, and that is because those are the dependencies. Also, for some selected agents you would get some additional settings to select compared to others, and those options are agent specific. Click Next to continue. If you want you can select desired client roles here. Click Next to continue. Under Installer Flags, select the desired ones. Please note that some options here need respective team consultation before select. Example, Disable Windows Firewall needs server admin approval, and Restart Database Services need database admin approval. Click Next to continue. As it says, these are optional settings and are not mandatory. As we have selected Media Agent we have an option to change the index cache location from default install location to another drive. CommVault recommend keeping index cache on a dedicated drive. We can also change the installation location from default drive C to another drive, by selecting the option Install to this folder. Please note the moment a program or application is installed on any other drive apart from drive C, then that drive is part of system state along with drive C. You also have an option to change CVD port, but before you change ensure the new port you have chosen is open in the physical firewall for bidirectional communication. If you have firewall between CommServe and client computer then choose this option, and select the appropriate sub-option for communication. Click Next to continue. You can either schedule the job or run it immediately. Click on Advanced button to check on available options. You can start the job in the suspended state if you want, or start it when the CommServe activity is low. Click Next to continue. Verify or double-check the selected options in the summary page. You also have an option to save the job options as a script. Once ready, click on the Finish button to run the job immediately. The Install Software job is now visible in the Job Controller. Double-click on it to check the job details. In the Client Status tab you can monitor the live progress of the job along with stages. We have also highlighted most of it for your attention. Install software completed successfully and the job progress is at 100%. Once you refresh the client you will see the agents that we installed on it. If you notice you have column installed date, which will help you identify when the software or agent was installed, or reinstalled on this machine. We will now discuss how CommVault software can be installed manually on the server. Get to the location where software packages are downloaded. Select setup.exe, right-click and then select Run as Administrator. If User Access Control pop up a new window, click Yes, to allow this application to make changes to this device. In the language selection window, either you leave it to default language, English United States, or select a different language of your choice. Click Next to proceed. Select I agree to accept the license agreement. Click Next to proceed. Choose the first option in the installation type and then click Next to proceed. Under Install option select Add Packages as it's a new install. Click Next to proceed. Under Select Packages select all the packages you wish to install. For this video we select Media Agent, File System and Virtual Server. Once done click Next to proceed. Installation path is by default drive C, but you can change it to another drive. Just to let you know, the moment a program or application is installed on any other drive apart from drive C, then that drive is part of system state along with drive C. Click Next to proceed. As we have selected Media Agent, we see the option to select Index Cache Location. Select the drive which is dedicated for Index Cache, which is as per CommVault system requirements. For this video we leave it on drive C, so click Yes on the pop-up window. Under Configure Roles, select Options Only if needed, or else leave default options selected. Click Next to proceed. Review Installation Summary. Once done, click Next to proceed. Installation is in progress. Please have a closer look on the order of packages installed so you get an overview. We have highlighted as many as possible. Binary installation is complete. The next is the configuration. In the network configuration, make changes only if there is firewall set in the landscape, or else leave default options enabled and click Next to proceed. In the client computer information, the client name can be server name, or a pseudonym which can help you identify the client server easily. In the host name, please try not to give IP address unless fully qualified domain name has issues. Try always use fully qualified domain name in the host name field. Once done, click Next to proceed. Under CommServe information, type in the CommServer FQDN or IP. Click Next on the client certificate window, as we normally don't use it. Information provided is verified from CommServe, and if none found, then it is considered as new server. Network key and license are assigned to this client server for registration and secure communication. Enter CommVault administrator username and password. Click Next to proceed. In additional configuration, select Subclient Policy, Storage Policy and other configurations if you are aware of them. If not, leave them as is, as those can be modified at later stage. Click Next to continue. Installation and configuration completed successfully.